project. We wanted to build stadium seating with new dugouts. Our dugouts were so out of date. I mean, there hadn't been any work done for 35 years. My dad actually coached Union. Union is the name of the high school. He coached Union's baseball team for a number of years, and he built the shed that I was coaching, putting all my stuff in. So there was a lot of upgrading and renovations that we needed to do, and the district didn't have any money. And so as I got kind of a committee together, we said, how much do you think we can really raise? And I think that we really pushed it about, we said, I think that we could go ahead and do 100,000, and that's really kind of pushing it. We had some of those guys that had a lot of pull in the community. Their kids, had come through the school, and they saw that there was a necessity, and we just basically presented a plan, and once the district said we could go ahead, they allowed us to use their architect, and they drew us up a plan, and as we took it out to them, they then saw it and got excited. But we wanted to present them. We didn't want them to donate money and not get recognition for it. And the recognition really comes in the sponsor panels. And what we did is we needed to generate a lot of money in a hurry. So we bumped the price up. Instead of saying every 2 or 3 years, you can have a 5-year contract and then we'll renew it. We said, give us this amount of money, and this will be permanent advertising. And the businesses really, really grasped onto that. They said, so this is going to be up there forever? Yeah, it'll be up there forever. And that's how we were able to get, some people that might have only done 500, well, we got them to do 2,000 or 2,500, and we set them up on a payment plan, I guess you could say, and that's kind of how it started and got rolling. The top spaces, the 9-foot by 2.5 feet, are $10,000 sponsors, and then all the rest of them, the side ones are $6,000 each, and then the ones along the bottom are $5,000. We kind of started with a smaller scoreboard, and then we saw the potential to go out and make more money, so it just kept growing. We're going to add on to our left field wall and build more sponsor panels, and that's at a cheaper cost. The people that couldn't go 5,000, well, they're going to do 2,500, and so it's really kind of grown into, man, who else can we approach on this? Just to let you know, we did raise $150,000. So we thought that we would be able to do 100. We were able to do $150,000, and if you add up that scoreboard, I think the scoreboard alone made us $95,000. We met in the middle of August, and by the 1st of September last year, we had $80,000, and I think it took us until about February to get about $150,000. Actually, what I did is I took around the Varsity Scoreboard website, and I showed them what it would look like, and that was very helpful for me, because I got into the Uinta Basin Medical Center, which is the hospital here. We were down to one 10,000 spot, and they were jockeying between 5,000 and 10,000, and so I actually pulled out my laptop, showed him what it would look like, and he says, now it's going to be this big, and I said, yeah, it's going to be 9 feet by 2.5 feet, and he said, let's do it right there, and gave me a check for $10,000. So I really went to them and showed them what the rest of the community was doing and what the community was contributing, and a lot of people wanted to be a part of it because they wanted to be a part of making things better for the community and for the kids that play baseball as they come along. In this economy, yes, it is strapping and it's hard to do, and we actually had a lot of people say you can't do this during this economy recession type era, but businesses still need to be advertised. They still need to be marketed, and really, if you don't fundraise, you're just going to be settled with mediocrity. So I heard a quote by Vince Lombardi that I've kind of kept near to my heart, and that's the harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. So if you go out and put your blood, sweat, and your tears into something, then it's going to mean something. And I've kind of taken it personal because it is something that we've built, and I put so much time and effort into it. But it's not for me. It's for the kids. And fundraising is very doable. It's very. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I mean, look what you can create from basically nothing. there's a lot of little fundraisers that other coaches have done. We're going to have a golf tournament. I also run a camp where I have my players involved with the Little League, and that's something that really helps because it gives my older kids a way to give back to the community and to show, what's been done. But as far as having the kids go out and sell cookie dough and pizza, I stay away from that. I kind of like to get, if I can get a guy for $5,000, that's a lot of pizza that my kids would have to sell to get $5,000. So the signage and the sponsorship is really what we've kind of done, and we'll do littler fundraisers along the way, but the signage is really the way that we've made our money. I think anyone can do this because what people have to understand is there are businesses out there who want advertising. And what we did do in the past, and even what my father did that was really great, he sold signage on the fence. He just put signs up on the fence. He said it's $150 or $100. And when I got here, I got a little bit more greedy, and I said, it's going to be $200 now. $200, and we'll put your sign up for the year, and that gives you a sponsorship. But anybody can really go and do it because companies want to be seen in the community, and especially a small community. Like I said, they know who owns that company. It could be their next door neighbor, and so as they go and watch their kids play, it's imprinted on their mind that, hey, my son was able to see Big O Tires out there. And not only that, but the players themselves realize that this company helped and donated to my facility to help me play, and it gives back to the community. So anybody can do it. It's just getting out and being persistent and just knowing that people will do it. It's just you got to get a few guys on board and then get the ball rolling. What we're going to continue to do is we're going to continue to sell signage on the left field wall. Our chain link is 6 feet high. We're putting a 5-foot extension on it, and we're selling 2.5 by 5-foot banners. And we have we actually have a sign company here that has even said, they've looked at donating between $2,500 and $4,000 worth of work. And so really we're not out anything. We just got to put the signs up and let the money come in. So